Alright guys, I'm installing some pod lights. The blue color, they're about 84 LED lights. Here's my 04 Jixon 1000. I already propped the tank up to start it run the wires, and I was like, well, man, you can't find a video on here that shows you how to install it. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just going to give you a quick run through on how to install it. Alright, here are my supplies. I got the kit off of eBay, which wasn't bad, so I've never used this kit before, so we're going to see what's going to happen. It comes with 14 pods. Here go the pod lights right here. They're not that big at all. Comes with all the accessories that you need to install this. I use a rubbing alcohol to clean the surfaces before I stuck the lights on. What I did is, you have to install this module right here. So I figured since the pod lights weren't that long, I would mount it somewhere in the middle. So what I did is I lifted the gas tank up, and the module's going to go right here. It shouldn't get that hot in there. And what I did is I fed the switch through the sleeve that was already on the bikes. Then what I did is I mounted the switch right in between the two screws for the fuel tank. So that way it'll be as discreet as possible. So we can keep our wire running down to a minimum. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started to connect the wire for the battery. I already have another extra piece that I have right here to connect the wire to the battery. That didn't come in the kit, that's just something I had. And what I did is, instead of having somebody come in and hold this gas tank up, I just used a piece of board to hold the gas tank up. Alright, I'm about to run the wire for the to make the battery connection to the module. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run it right here beside the battery, and then I'll zip tie it right here, so that way it'll be nice and neat and, you know, less visible. So what we'll do is we'll put that right up under the gas tank hinge right there, you know, just to keep it out of the way. And if you can look right here, you can see it coming through right there. So here goes the wire coming right through, right where we wanted it to come at. Just pull that. And what I like to do is go ahead and set my wire to make my first connections. Then I can pull off what I need. So about right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and make my fittings to connect those. But I'm not gonna connect anything until it's done. I'm just gonna put my connection fittings on. And also what I did was I went ahead and twisted the wires. What you can do, a fast way to do that is if you take the end of the wires and hook it up to your cordless drill, just hold one end and turn it. And what I did, I placed this tape every maybe like 12 inches. That way that wire, instead of having two separate pieces, is one piece of wire. Makes it look a lot better. Alright, this is how your setup should look in the battery compartment. You got your fuse, that's going to the switch. Make sure you add that, just so you won't mess your battery up. And here goes my negative cable. Now on to connecting the module up under the gas tank. So that's what I'm doing next. Alright, what I did is I pre-positioned the wires. I connected the battery. Makes it a little bit easy if you give it some power, so you can kind of see how it looks before you stick them on. So I stuck one up under here, up under the license plate. One over here in the side fairing, right here. See that from the side. I stuck another one down low right there. And I'm actually working on the front. What's cool is, you see, you got the little indicator light right there. So if I cut it off, the lights are off right now. Cut on the remote's pretty cool too. You can make it flash and all that good stuff. So I'll be right back after I get this front one wired. Alright, I got all the wires ran. Everything is mounted. As you see, I mounted right there with the 3M tape. And what I did to protect the wires for any heat, I used some insulation tape. You see this is silver right there. Wrapped all the wires nice and clean. That's the bottom. That's the bottom right there. So what I'm going to do is I want to make all this look nice and neat under the gas tank right now. Alright, we got it all done. It's put back together. Everything is nice and clean. Like I told you earlier, here goes your little main switch to power the system up. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a demo. Yeah, it took probably about 3 hours, I think, because I'm real meticulous when it comes to the wiring. Go ahead, cut the lights off. Go and show you guys what the 1000 looks like, tricked out. So I got it on. That's just regular. Regular. Give a little 5-0 effect. Oh, actually, you can do the brightness. You see, you can turn the brightness down. I know you can't see a lot of stuff, but that's really bright. Now I can do the flashers. That's pretty hot. And I can slow the flashers down, speed them up. You can also do a breathe effect, and I'm doing this all wirelessly, as you can see. But that's about it with the bike, and what you can do with some LED pod lights. See a little bit better now. It's not that much room in the garage, so sorry. Got some in the back.
I know, we're raining out here.